At night I can't sleep, I'm tossing and turning. I still got the candlesticks burning. It ain't changed, but it's a different.
One time for your motherfucking mind. It's Bick on the drink. We're doing all your shit. We're doing Bick Mill. We're doing Bick News. We're doing hot takes. We're doing sponsors. We got Home Improvement Season 9. We got it all for you today. It's gonna be great. Big on the drink. Cut to break. Play the theme song again. And we're back. So we got this. We got what if Donald Trump was called Gainold Rump, and he just fucked people's asses and made tariffs. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hell yeah, dude. We got Cameron Esposito. Cameron Esposito and her girlfriend, the Butcher, have called it quits. Comedy news. Comedy news. That's the comedy news. People were pissed off about Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices. We got Kavanaugh, and we got Neil Gorsuch. And maybe if Harry Reid had not said we're going to get rid of the fucking filibuster on Supreme Court justices a couple of years ago under Obama, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess. Maybe the Democrats could have fucking done that right now when he's trying to appoint these two retards. Maybe that would have been a fucking thing you should have thought about, Harry Reid. You cocksucker. You asshole. You fucking Democrat opportunist piece of shit. Now we can't stop this onslaught of retards. We're making America retarded again, and it's partly your fault, Harry Reid. That's political news. That's political big news. We got, we already did comedy news. That's big news. Cameron Esposito, comedy in the comedy world. Oh yeah, I saw an article. The left say that kids that are as young as 2 years old can be raised transgender, and the right wing is having a problem with that. And that's because they're, retarded and ignorant, as usual. Because they don't understand that gender is a completely social construct. And they don't understand that you can literally raise a daughter as a son if you want one. So, first of all, look out, Chinese babies. You're about to not get aborted every single time anymore, because liberalism is on its way over there, dude. You gotta fucking Google. You got Chinese Google, though, so you can't watch Winnie the Pooh. But, no, because, according to that, everything is going to be okay. There's no questions to be asked. It all makes sense. It's all above board. And if you do ask anything about it, well, even if you do support it, sort of passively, like I do. But if I were to ask a question like, is it a good idea to, have a, 3-year-old cut his dick off? And they would say, that's ridiculous to say because 3-year-olds aren't cutting their dicks off. We're just putting them into a program where they will cut their dicks off when they're 14. But, on the other hand, they're also not, as soon as they are 14 and they figure out, I'm in this program about cutting my dick off, they're going to figure out, I want a dick or I don't. Like, they're gonna be able to make that decision. Nobody's, putting them in a chair to cut the dicks off. I don't understand the hate for the transsexuals. It's a mystery to me. You want to fucking hate the most fucked with people in maybe the history of the entire world. Other than maybe African chattel slaves. Or, I guess, Jews in the Holocaust or something like that. Okay, how about the most, okay. How about, the most, that people in the history of the world are the transgenders. They're just like, ugh. I don't know about that. And every transgender person has to fucking put up with that shit. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in America where that happens. And I don't believe in the American flag. I consider that hate speech. And I will not explain it, because if you don't understand why it's hate speech, then you don't deserve to listen to this fucking podcast. So you can suck my dick. So, Alex Jones has been censored. And I think it's just great. I think it's awesome that Alex Jones has been censored. And I think it's important that Alex Jones has been censored. And I will explain why. Because I think it's a really smart idea for America to put all of their power into corporations and elect people where they won't commit to regulating anything about them. In fact, Americans elect people that are dedicated to not regulating these corporations in any meaningful way. So, when they say things like, should these corporations be regulated to, should we require YouTube to have Alex Jones be on the Google list? I mean, be aware there were people wondering, should we, take climate change seriously? And the right said no. We absolutely should not. It's a strange hill for them to die on. And I'm glad that they are dying on this one. This episode of Bick and the Drink has been brought to you by... Hold on, let me find the copy for this. This week's sponsor was Home Improvement Season 9. Sorry, I wasn't sure which one this was. Okay. So we all love Home Improvement, and it's a great show. And it, you know what? Tim Allen actually got fucked. Did you guys know? Hold on. Did you know that Tim Allen's new show, where he got paid tens of millions of dollars by ABC, and he insisted on being paid that, even when the show wasn't making that much money, and then the show decided to sort of cut the cord on the show because the amount of money that they had to pay the actors and Tim Allen to get it made, it didn't really make any sense, so they stopped making the show. But it was also the goddamn Jews. It was the Jews that did it. It was the Jews that did it. But I'm talking about classic Home Improvement. I'm talking about classic Tim Allen. And we're talking about Home Improvement Season 9, where Tim the Toolman Taylor becomes a men's rights activist. And a woman attacks him for sexual... She slaps him for a sexual comment he made in the episode. He's like, hey, baby, and then she slaps him. And then he just punches her in the belly over and over again. And then he argues, well, I was attacked, so I have a right to defend myself. And then a jury of his peers was watching him just beat a pregnant belly over and over and over again with his fist as she cried out in pain. And then the jury all cried, well, we side with the man because she shouldn't have done that, and men's rights. You know, it's just like Eric Garner, who never, if he hadn't have resisted arrest, he wouldn't have gotten murdered by police officers. Maybe if he had, any slight problem he caused warrants a murder. In most cases, in my eyes. So I do believe that. That's been oh wait, no. No, that hasn't been Bick in the drink. No, because Tim the Toolman Taylor didn't just beat up the woman who had attacked him. He punched her in the gut until she visibly miscarried. Where it was just him just beating her and just beating the shit out of a woman while she screamed and cried, and like she was just on her knees screaming over an expanding pool of blood, like the circumference. It was just like expanding like outward from all the blood coming out from out of inside of her as he physically aborted the child because of her disrespect. And but Tim the Toolman Taylor, in the context of the TV show, he does heroically argue to the judge that his boxing training kicked in during the assault. And he is found innocent by a jury of his peers because he's explaining to them that you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight somebody. Somebody's gonna attack you. Somebody's gonna try to kill you. And then Tim the Toolman Taylor was found innocent of all charges, and he goes, Bick on the drink. Fuck anybody who listened to that and liked it. Fuck anybody who listened to that and liked it. Fuck anybody who